Hello everybody, my name is Fox191 and this is a review, as I promised, on a fidget spinner. As you see, my light is behind me, so I cast a little bit of shadows. But so on. Now, this fidget spinner was bought by me and my girlfriend, so we could do a review on this thing from let's say at engineering perspective view. Now, from my perspective view, what is this thing? In this case, piece of plastic with 4 bearings. Now, from what I can see, the middle bearing is a low friction bearing, so the spinner could rotate very fast and also can rotate for a long time. From what I can see here, no matter what kind of axis I'm doing, there is no change in the speed, but after some time it will stop. Now for the sides, from what I can see, I have to do some kind of let's see. Okay, we will use this. Nope. Some kind of pen or something like this, so we can, or I can, prove that these are high friction bearings. But just for a sec, let's see. The scissors maybe. Also, disclaimer, don't do this at home. As you see, the bearing could not keep the rotation. Now, the reasons are maybe 4 or 5, maybe more, but on first glance the reasons are these. These bearings are in the ends of this type of fidget spinner. So if let's say these 3 bearings here, here and here were low friction bearings, even then they could not keep the speed. Why? Well, because they are in the end. You will have, let's say it like this, you will have additional force out of balance. So yes, you can do these things with this thing here, but I understand what is the reason behind this thing. But if you ask me, with the same doings, with the same in a sense idea, I can take this pen here, this CD pen, and do this. For me, there is no problem, there is no difference. But in reality, this is more simpler, and also, if you ask me, this is rigid enough so you can give it to a kid. This won't break so easy. Let's say it's 5, not 5, first grade kid could play with this thing. In my country, the first graders are 7 years old. My love, first grade classes, 7 years, 6 years. How much? let's say 7 years. When I was in first grade, my problem was this: we had to write with the pencils. So what I'm doing while I'm not interested in classes, I play with my pencils kit. In some occasions the pencils were broken. Here, let's say it like this: the first grader has to be a very, very large first grader, very, very strong first grader to break this thing, or a very intelligent one, which must not be in first grade at all. From what I can see, yep, this is as I said, one piece of plastic which was molded, as maybe you can see. Maybe you can see this, maybe not, no idea. Come on, focus. Nice. Which was molded. This was casted in a mold, but you have these caps over here, which also were casted in some kind of mold, and these bearings. Now, from where you can find these bearings? Now, this is a type of bearing which is if I'm not in mistake, in English the term was ball bearing, which it isn't so difficult to find. You can find this kind of bearings in different sizes. Holy crap, my white has gone wrong. My white piece of paper, I'm sorry. Now, you can find these in some stores like Home Store. I hope you have something like this, or stores for building materials, at least here in Bulgaria. Now, what is interesting for me? Here we have a dust cover. On the other side, there is no such thing. So, the balls in this bearing must be maintained. This bearing must be maintained, or I have to go somewhere and find a bearing cover. What can I say? I like this thing. It's very, very easier to play with it, and also it's very easier to maintain with, to play with one hand, as you can see here. Now, for some kind of tricks, if you want some kind of tricks with this thing, maybe if you want from me to roll this while, let's say, a plane is trying to get prepared for taxiing, feel free to leave a like and I will do this shit. If you want to see some kind of tricks, well, I will show some kind of tricks maybe in the future, only if I have some kind of likes. Not even guaranteed, if I don't have at least 5 likes, there is no reason for me to do this, to continue these videos. For the future, I don't know if I will buy some kind of different fidget spinner and make some kind of review. There is no guarantees. I may make one for me. I will see, but it will be with a different idea. So, this was the fidget spinner. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is the case, you all know what to do. Marxo91. Bye bye.